We're looking at the timeline of opening it up. They'll start putting things together in the winter, and then probably opening up a national search late winter, early spring. So I think it'll be at least for probably about 8 months. And as far as where I go with it, we'll see. Right now, I'm just taking it day to day and just trying to learn and do what I can in the dual role. But I think it's too early to tell. One thing, I'm very passionate about EOU, that I don't, that we can do this. Yes, a lot of people have done it and have done it really well, but I want to make sure it's the best thing for Eastern, and it's the best thing for the women's basketball program, and honestly the best thing for me. I want to make sure that I can handle it and do it well. I don't want to do a disservice.
So is it taking time away from your recruiting and whatnot this summer at all?
I've been fortunate to be able to juggle it so far. Everyone's been more than happy to help me out. Assistant coaches are really on board helping me. My student athletes, my current student athletes have stepped up and helped out, as well as Eastern's administration. So I've been handling it pretty well, I think, of being able to continue doing what needs to be done on what hasn't surprised me. No, in all seriousness, it's definitely looking at things just a little broader, and it's definitely been a little bit of learning. But surprise, probably not. Let me think there. Surprise. No, it really hasn't. People have been good. They've been more than good. The community has been very supportive. The campus community, the administration, the conference. My colleagues in the conference, the Frontier Conference and the Cascade Conference, has reached out to me. I think everyone has just kind of helped me through this transition, as well as Rob. Rob has been one of my biggest keys and resources. He's been great to be able to call or to stop by and just help me out. So season with coaches, making sure that we get the travel, the budgets, just a lot of things behind the scenes. But just the little details of preparing. We've got a golf tournament coming up, homecoming weekend that we're preparing for. Advertising, just renewing our sponsorships, things like that. We're kind of in a period that we're evaluating, what has been working, and a lot of things have been working, and what's some things we can tinker with. So just a lot of research, just getting up to speed in AIA across the country, the Frontier and Cascade Conference, learning a little bit more. Sometimes from a basketball standpoint or from a coach standpoint, you can have a narrow focus, and it's just probably getting up to speed with other aspects of the entire conference, not only from the sports, but the business side as well.
Is this something you think you'd like to do down the road?
Yeah, I've always kind of seen myself as this is the next natural progression in my career. I'll be honest, it's coming a little sooner than I probably anticipated. But yeah, so far it's, I like new challenges. I like developing new relationships, and again, it goes back to EOU. I love the campus. I love the community. I love what EOU stands for.
Will you still coach basketball?
Yes, without a doubt. When it's all said and done, I hope I'm a coach, and I don't know if I would be content or if I didn't have that. That's what kind of fuels the fire, and that's where my passion is. And there's nothing like working with student athletes on a daily basis. I just love, what they bring to my life. So definitely continue doing basketball.
And Frank in Portland here, he says, how do you think coaching will help in this new role?
I think it already has helped. The more you can understand that it's not all about just your sport and what you're doing. On a college campus, or in a community, everything's integrated, and I think it teaches you to be a better team player. It teaches you how, I mean, you've got to be well organized. You got to think outside the box. I think it just opens your, your eyes to how decisions are made. Sometimes coaches, we can be a little impatient. We can be a little self-absorbed, unfortunately. And I think it just has allowed me to understand processes, procedures, processes, policies, and everything happens for a reason, and there's really good reason behind it. And sometimes it's not all about you. It's about the community. It's about our boosters. It's about our campus community. It's about our region. And it's really making you understand the bigger picture.
And another one here, Lisa in Union. Do you have any plans on making any big changes? Example, baseball.
Big changes, baseball. Right now, in this interim position, I don't think it's the time to really think about huge changes. I think you want to, do the things that you're capable at this time, and think big picture. You definitely can't lose sight of big picture. I would never say never on anything, but right now, just with our economy, where our sports programs are, where our university is, this probably isn't the time to make some of those decisions. Those decisions, one, they're not made to sit down and talk, but that's definitely in the future. Right now, I don't foresee, anything big happening. It's about moving forward, and it's the little things that matter. To be honest with you, right now, Eastern in our athletic department and our athletic programs are in a really good place. And before we do anything dramatic, good or bad, we want to make sure that we evaluate it and make sure it's the right thing.
We already talked about the kids club thing you got going on. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, one of our things when I had an opportunity to sit down with some key personnel and sit down and talk to Barry and some of the community members, we really want to focus on involvement, of getting more people involved. And I think the kids zone or the kids club, I'm sorry, a fly is attacking me. The kids zone is one of the opportunities. That's just one of the opportunities. We've got some new organizations that we're working on with an athlete only, a former student athlete only association, as well as a student association, really getting strong with our EOU Zoo. But Kids Club or Kids Zone is one we're going to focus on this fall and throughout the winter and spring, of really getting out and reaching our youth in the schools, providing some activities, Family Fun Fest. Football has done a tremendous job over the years developing their Family Fun Fest, but we're going to open that up and have, a fall Family Fun Fest. If you're interested, it's Kids Club. They'll be able to get into our games, our events for free, as well as get a t-shirt. They'll have opportunity to sign up to be ball girls and boys. But really get them active, not just a club by name, but get them active, maybe some kids zones, and get them involved, Shadow and Athlete Day. Really get them not only on the campus, but get them involved with our student athletes. And not just for them, but for our student athletes. A lot of our student athletes, they really enjoy that, and we want to do more of it.
Angie Earl from Colorado, what excites you most about this new role?
What excites me the most? I think it's just, again, one more, I don't want to sound too cliche or cheesy, but it's just a broader stage to share my passion. And, it's no denying how I feel about EOU. And I think I've done a good job throughout the years, just not only supporting women's basketball, but the other sports. I'm just really excited that I get to know on a different level our student athletes, our coaches. Just in this short amount of time, I've gotten to know my colleagues just different and share in their successes. And just, again, just continue to build on what we've already built on the last, 10 years or so, and see and be a part of the change and part of the success.
Angie, how can people donate to athletics? And from a coach, what does it mean for that kind of support?
Well, first, it means a tremendous, for our student athletes and our coaches, through the tough times, and we athletics, as well as any organization, is relying more on private dollars, really fundraising, having that extra revenue and source. So it means a lot, and we definitely need it. And it does not go unnoticed. It makes a difference. It makes a difference on what kind of quality student athletes we can recruit and retain. It allows us to increase, our travel budgets, our budgets, and do things right. There's definitely a right way and a wrong way to do things, and it allows you to do things the right way a little bit more. Really having a partnership. And ways to get involved. There's a lot of ways. We have an outstanding EOU foundation, and I know our alumni association, as well as our foundation and our new our campaign that we are working on. They've really reached out, so you can always support there, as well as we have a scholarship endowment. We have the Mountaineer Athletic Association, and we have an athletic scholarship endowment that has been successful, and we need to continue to grow that. We are very fortunate and very thankful of our donors, but by no means are we satisfied. We got to continue to grow those, and we got to continue to get people involved. Not only, donating monetarily, but also just getting involved, coming out and supporting our events and our student athletes and our coaches. We've got a great product, and I definitely think people would be happy if they got involved. But there's lots of ways. So please feel free to contact us at any time, and we will point you in the right direction. But it's definitely a team effort.
Past years, it's been a little bit of a struggle getting the community involved. Things have been getting better. How do you continue getting the community?
Honestly, I think you're honest, and I think you're transparent with them, and I think you welcome them. You're right. I think over the years we've definitely seen the changes in the last few years. Everyone says people love a winner, and it's more than just winning. It's about, again, making sure we continue to do things right, continue working to be successful on the field, on the track, and being successful in the classroom, recruiting quality student athletes that the community can be proud of and our campus can be proud of, retaining quality coaches. I really believe, I've been here a long time, and even though I haven't been in this role, I've seen a lot of coaches. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of coaches and be in the grind with them, and I think we have one of the best staffs, not only our coaching staff, but our support staff, our trainers, our sports information, our business. We're really all on the same page, and continue to embrace the community, get involved. It's not always about the ask. It's about, hey, what can we do for you? We're 300 strong. We're 300 plus strong with our athletic department. We can do a lot in our community. We can get out and make a difference. And I think just letting them know we want to make a difference. We want to be a part of their organizations as much as we want them to be a part of ours. We definitely want to make a difference, and we want to continue that. Just inviting them up and allowing them and encouraging them to do it with us. I always kind of tell my teams that you don't really accomplish much alone. And it's same as this. We need a lot of help. We need a lot of support. And it's the little things that make a big difference. And it's the same with the community. We've got a lot.
Obstacles or any challenges you foresee in the new role?
I think we've been fortunate to grow our scholarship endowment and our scholarships pretty rapidly. I mean, we've got a long way to go, but obviously that will probably slow down a little, just because we've found some new avenues over the last couple years. So I think, making sure that we continue to work hard for our coaches and our student athletes to be able to provide what they need to be successful. It takes a lot behind the scenes, and just to work through those challenges and continue to be creative. Be creative in our thinking of how we can get our community involved, how we can get our alums involved, how we can, build on our different, our different associations right now, our Mountaineer Club. How are we going to be creative and really get more people involved and, have more ideas, but probably the creativity of where our growth is going to come from is probably a big challenge. And then, things are changing. There's going to be, things are shifting in the Cascade Conference with the new alignment in football and the additional teams coming in, of just understanding, what changes were. Hey, we got a lot more. Hey, our campus is getting mowed. It's going to look beautiful out there, so we don't mind that distraction. But, I just think...
You talked about the expansion of both the Frontier Conference and Cascade Conference. How does that affect you, revenue-wise?
Well, maybe on a small scale, it affects us, only playing Carroll once every other year. I know that's a big revenue spot for us when they come to EOU, and unfortunately we don't get the opportunity to host them this year. But on a small scale, I mean, that's pretty minimal. I think with the growth with College of Idaho, I think that really helps us in football, to be honest with you. Coach Camp does a tremendous job recruiting the Valley, the Boise area, and we'll continue, and he'll continue, so I don't think that will affect us as much. But just to be able to build that rivalry and having that close, in all of our games, College of Idaho, there's nothing like playing College of Idaho, and for our football team to get that opportunity and to build on that, I think that will help us. I think it helps us. And, with growth, you gain exposure, and so when you gain exposure, that helps. It opens up our market, our region, and it gets more people involved. So I definitely think that will help.
I think that's the last question for you, Angie. We appreciate your time, and best of luck this year.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And at this time, we're going to go ahead and take about a 15 to 20-minute break, and we'll have volleyball coming up next. So just go on, hang tight, and we'll take a little break for now.